think it's morning. Let's get going here. Welcome to another episode of San Miguel on steroids. I'm going to leave my nice little house here. And away we go. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, here we go. This episode is called La Biblioteca. We're going to the library this morning. I want to show you the house from the outside. There's town, and there it is. Hopes the sun's not in your eyes. Going all the way up to that top floor right there. That's me, all the way up there. I'm the highest guy in the neighborhood, in more ways than one. Okay, so we're heading right down Cuesta. That's the name of my street. Cuesta means hill. It also means cost, because it costs you something to climb up the hill. Believe me, it does. I want to see how long it takes to get downtown, and I want to keep these videos to about 10 minutes or less. I think that would be a nice time. You know, I have no idea what time it is. Yesterday it was 8 o'clock at night. There's the end where I buy my beer. And it felt like it was, midday. But the sun, the shadows are different. So this is my street. In a nice neighborhood in San Miguel de Allende. As you can see, the streets are made out of cobblestones. They're old. Buenos dias. And it's pretty quick going down. These first 2 blocks are steep, but then after that it'll level off. Buenos dias. Okay. This will be interesting to see how it turns out. I like not having the camera on me, so maybe this will be my format. Okay, here we go. So you can see it's pretty steep. Looking back up, just a little climb for the last 100 yards or so. But right down here, at the end of the block, it's already starting to even out. And it's a bumpy walk. But that's the way it always is. I wouldn't recommend flip-flops. Nice shoes. And get your shoes shined. She's selling Jello right there. How about some Jello shots? See, when it rains, the water comes out of these things, and people say aguas. It means watch out, because the water's flying off the roof. Or sometimes people, after they finish mopping, they'll just throw the dirty water off the roof. That's why they say aguas. It means watch out. But you can say it in any situation. You can say it when, there's a car coming. Aguas. Watch out. Don't get run over by the bus. Okay. I've already leveled out now. And, and I'm on the, I think I'm only a block from the market already. It's really close to everything. I'm going to try to make it to the library in 10 minutes. One of my favorite places. I've been going there ever since I was a kid. Back in the 80s, my parents had a house here, 85 to 2000. So I was visiting them a lot from 85 to 95. And there was no internet. And we didn't have TV. We did have a phone. But long distance was very, very expensive. So I read a lot of books. And that's when I decided I wanted to be a writer. Maybe I'll drop off my garbage here, because I don't want to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning when the garbage man comes down the street ringing that bell See, this is where the ladies, excuse me, the men, used to do the washing. Okay, before they had washing machines. Now it looks like, yeah, that's where the teenagers throw their soda bottles or tea. There's lots of farmacias in town. There's a pharmacy on every block. Oops, aguas. Okay, here I am. I'm at the end of the street, and I'm already right at the market area. Should be pretty busy. It's Monday morning, and last night things closed pretty early because it was Sunday, and I got a hamburger right here. I like these masks. This is, wrestling masks. Okay, this is the marketplace. I'm going to do another video later where I go in here and buy the things I need for dinner, because I'm going to cook tonight. Beautiful. Okay, so it's a lot closer than I thought. Perfect location, my place. Perfect location, nice safe neighborhood. There's some piñatas. Is that Donald Trump? I can't tell. Okay. A cup of fruit for 15 pesos. That's less than $1. Okay, I'll be back. Can you smell the smells? Okay, this is where the old bus stop used to be when we first moved here in the 60s. There was no bus station, so this is where the buses would leave from. And yeah, typical tiendas. The landlord told me the place to buy the meat is called La Lonja, and it's one of these right here. She recommended it. Look for the signs. There it is, La Lonja. Can you see that? So that's where I'm going to buy my eggs and my beef and chicken. Now, I'll bet my beef and pork there. Okay, so we're close. Let's take a look over here. This is one of the many plazas that you find all around town. It's nice and shady. Place to hang out. I think there's a statue of a horse. Yeah, who's that guy? Look at the churches, the background. I don't even know the name of this plaza, but I know I like the back of my hand. Wow, that's cool. That must be Allende or somebody like that. Hero of the revolution. Okay. And downtown, well, we're already downtown. On the other side of that church is the Jardín. And I'll be going over there later. But right now I want to head down to the library. Try and find that. I mean, I know where it is. And yeah, we're going to get there really quick. I love the library. It's called the Biblioteca. Now, libreria sounds like library, but that's different. That's a bookstore. Okay. There was a lot of people here last night, and there was a train for kids. It was going around in circles around here. The kids were getting a train ride on. Okay, what are they selling here? Clothes for babies. Must be some kind of religious thing for baptism maybe or something. Okay, might have to check out this pizza place. Wow, that looks really good. Pizza in the morning. Okay, we're almost there. You know, these things got these little stores everywhere. Anything you need, there's one every half block or so. Okay, we got another little area. I see a lot of guys with guitars down here. I brought my guitar. I carry it on my back, and I see tons of guys doing the same thing. But I just play mine in private. Last night I was up on the rooftop serenading the moon, La Luna. Wow, they have pigeons here too. The word for pigeon is the same as the word for dove. They don't have a special word for the white pigeons. Okay. I don't know the name of these streets. I don't know the name of the churches. But this place is somewhere that's part of my DNA. You know? I've been roaming these streets and playing in these neighborhoods since I was 4 years old. When I was about 6 or 7, I was free. My parents said, just come home at dinner time. It was safe. There's no pervert gonna abduct you here. You know, they say, oh, don't go to Mexico, it's dangerous. What are they talking about? I mean, maybe that's good. It keeps the scaredy cats away. And more for me. I love it. I really do. So, it's a typical busy day. We've only seen one gringo so far, that lady that was walking her dog. So, there's one. There's some old timers. When we get to the library, there'll be plenty of Americans. These buses cost about 40 cents, maybe. I don't think I've ever taken the bus, except once. Aguas. Ooh, they have the best popsicles and ice cream here. Okay, 2 canes. 2 canes. See that big yellow building? That's when we know that we're getting close to the Biblioteca, and we'll be there shortly. I'm sure it's open. There'll be a lot of people there. I'm going to hang out, do some correspondence, and Mercedes. It's kind of noisy, I know, but there's no freeway, and there's no traffic lights, if you noticed. Isn't that cool? But the streets are narrow, and so the traffic is slow. New Zealand flat white, best coffee in town, Wi-Fi. Yeah, I remember the old days before internet and cell phones. I'm not using a phone here, but I'm glad that there's the internet. It really is nice. And it hasn't spoiled things like I thought. It's actually made things a lot better overall, because it's just easier. I can check on things back home. You know, my banking is easier, and just corresponding. Okay, Biblioteca Publica. It's a public library. Let's go inside here. Wow. Been here many times. Hasn't changed at all. Has not changed at all. Okay, here we come. We're back. There's several rooms surrounding the little courtyard here. There's people are studying Spanish, they're studying English. Looks like they've got some computers in there, and lots of books, of course. There's books in English, there's books in Spanish, there's children's books, and there's a nice little place to sit down, which is, I think, where I'm going to go right here. And if anybody wants to learn English, I'll give them some free pointers. There's a cafe in there, a theater, house and garden tour. I went on that before. And WC, Baños, water closet. Oh yeah, really cool. There's lots of, it hasn't changed. It's exactly the same. Okay, I like this little table here. And I think I'm just gonna hang out here in the shade. And check my email. And hang around this morning. Okay, and that concludes this episode of San Miguel on Steroids, La Biblioteca. It's June 3rd, 2017.